YouTube, what's going on, man? It's your boy CJ, bro. We back with another video, man. I hope y'all been doing good. I hope y'all been doing great, man. I hope y'all been keeping God first, man. I'm back. Ready to record, man. As you can see, bro, we back with another strong, successful male video. They're very entertaining. You feel me? And today we reacted to that. An ex-player exposes the sneaky tactics wife used to get away with cheating and how karma got him. What? Hey, y'all wives out here, bro. They outside, bro. And y'all see them. Y'all be seeing the shit them things they be doing, man. Y'all still be wifing these females up, bro. Now you got some that really be sneaky with it. But y'all boys be seeing the signs, man. We gonna like the video before it start, bro. Let's get into it. Let's see what that boy SSM got to say, man.
Alright guys, welcome back to Strong Successful Male.
Yeah.
So for today, we're going to a very educational and entertaining email that was sent from a subscriber. This one, my guy, he's in his mid-50s. He's been divorced probably since, I don't know, 2010 or so, 15 years. He's a father. And he shares his story, a story full of all sorts of entertaining karma. Now, after he got divorced, our guy really started enjoying the single life. So much so, like I said, karma will eventually come to get him in a way that you guys will find quite funny. You see, our guy here is a Chad. Maybe a retired Chad, or maybe they're always a Chad. And while he was enjoying the post-divorce life, quite regularly would go after the low-hanging fruit. In other words, married women in relationships, because it was so darn easy because they cheat so often.
That's crazy, boy.
And he goes into this whole thing, how easy it was, blah, 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 but wait for the karma. Because our guy here eventually started getting into relationships themselves, and guess what happened to him? Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
Pretty darn funny. And I thought it'd be a very good one to go over here. Even though I don't agree at all what he did, I do not promote guys that cheat or go after women in relationships.
I'm done. I read the title wrong. This is how karma got him. Ooh, boy, you got a karma. But this is why you don't sleep with people, girls, man. You know? Happens.
It's important from time to time to hear how these guys operate and how easy it is for them to do that. For your relationship guys, you got to know what these guys are like, how easy it is for them, how married women cheat, believe me, and will make up every excuse possible to do it. I'm not saying they all do it, but a lot do. Mm-hmm. But also, guys, a good karma story. And let me tell you, it is pretty darn funny what happens. And I don't feel bad for him at all of what happens. And it's going to end where you're going to see that he has definitely seemingly learned his lesson, is getting his life together. Right. And, oh yeah, wait till you see what happens later on with the second girlfriend and how he gets even with her after all the drama and all that. So definitely you get your money's worth. And by the way, guys, this story's a little longer than one video, so I'm splitting it up into two. So I'll do this one now and the second one a couple hours later.
For sure.
But before I get into it, if you haven't done already, be sure to come over and check out the men's community I have on Locals or Patreon. Just started a few days ago. Lots of guys are signing up. We're having a good time. You can come on over and join for free as a member on either one of them, see what we're all about. Or you can become a paying supporter, and you'll unlock a whole bunch of things you guys get to do. And each platform is a little different. But each one will be $10 a month for the paying supporters, and you get all my videos from all three channels commercial-free, 2 days in advance before they hit YouTube, exclusive content that I don't put here on YouTube, access to me, being able to post stuff on Locals, a lot of fun stuff. It's a good time, and I got to do this because I got to have a private community off of YT because they're getting a little crazy over here. It is what it is. So even if you don't sign up to being a paying supporter, just come on by and check it out. Join for free. Love to see you over there. Okay. So his story starts off, he says here, hello SSM. Your stories have helped me so much over the years that I feel compelled to contribute to the cause. Here are two cautionary tales about how even an R-pill guy can get duped. All names, dates, and locations have been changed to protect everyone. I'm going to tell two separate stories that are not similar but are related to each other in their theme that I had forgotten what I knew, though this time was different, and I got really burned. We need to realize that we can learn and then forget the valuable lessons that you so often speak about in your videos. Mm-hmm. Being a man requires constant vigilance. I wholeheartedly agree. It's like anything. You got to keep practicing, or you're not going to get good, or you'll lose your skills. But also, being a man is not being a freaking sleazeball, which you were, dude, and you know it. And karma came your way, and I'm going to be laughing when it does, as will you. This was around 2015. I had been divorced for about 10 years. Okay, so you've been divorced for like 20 years now in 2026. I was an engineer raising a 10-year-old daughter who I had sole custody of. My first wife was and remains an amazing person, and we have a great co-parenting relationship. No cheating, no drama, just two people who met in college, had a child, and drifted apart. To this day, we still text happy birthday to each other and chat often about our daughter and our home renovation projects. You can have a cordial relationship after a divorce. Well, some people do, but a lot of people don't have a cordial relationship. And how did you get sole custody? That's what I want to know. What was going on there? But, okay, doesn't matter towards this story. But I had spent those next 10 years becoming very R-pilled by various authors and so forth, which I highly recommend to other guys. I also learned pickup from watching YouTube videos and would also do pickup all over town whenever I traveled. Again, you were enjoying the single life. There were summers where I'd have 8 dates in a week. I was
crazy.
stacking bodies like my dad in Vietnam.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah, smack. 8 dates a week? How do you have time for that when you're raising a young daughter
Right.
and having a job and taking care of your house and, I don't know, purpose and bros and all that? Really, dude? In fact, I was dating so much I'd really have time to exercise or even see my friends. Smack.
Your
You
kid.
never cast aside your bros for some hoo-ha, dude.
All right.
Or exercise. I mean, you're getting exercise hooking up, but still. I've heard you say divide all numbers by 3 for men, but my body count was high back then. Or
But
still
hey, boy, be going crazy, catch a sweat. Ooh. Ooh.
actually. In fact, many times during weekends without my daughter, I'd have different gals around and over at my house. Well, for the record, in this time of my life, I was between the ages of 35 and 45. I was 5'10", fit, full head of hair, but really nothing special except for my understanding at the time of female psychology. One of my favorite times for pickup was groups of women on their girls' nights out, especially if they were married. Smack.
Girls' nights
Here
out,
we go,
bro.
unleashing the sleazeball here. Well, he's right. Girls' nights out, what do you think they're doing when they're out?
Mm-hmm.
And a bunch of married women, especially on their girls' night out. Remember, guys, your typical middle-aged married woman in the suburbs, first of all, they're some of the most unhappy people out there. They're usually on antidepressants in therapy, and they're bored, and they're unhappy,
Yeah.
and blah, 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 blah. Not that they're ever happy. And they're the types usually prone to cheat.
Right.
They always had the same story. They were married with kids at home, needing a fun night out, away from their emotionally distant or emotionally ABUSIVE husbands. See? Well, that's my point. Bored, unhappy, middle-aged moms out there. Yep. And the husbands are the bad guy.
We're always the bad
I would
guy.
use these vague and meaningless terms in our conversations to help them craft a story in their minds that SCX with me was just a fun thing that they deserved. I tell you, SSM, married women are the easiest ones to sleep with. It was shocking. It's not shocking to me. It's
Right.
not shocking to a lot of guys that
Exactly.
listen to this channel, but most guys out there outside this space would be shocked. Yeah.
Ain't no surprise, bro.
This is why you got to hear these stories, guys. This is why I cover stories like this from these player and Chad types on occasion for you to understand,
Yeah.
even though you're going to hate this guy. Single girls had to...
It ain't even no hate, you feel me? I don't hate him. I'm not mad at him, you know what I'm saying? You know, what I was finna say, bro? Yeah, bro, married women. Yeah, bro. You know, it's not a surprise. I'm not surprised at that. Especially with me learning and going through my experience. I wasn't married, but I had to know. I went through my own thing with my ex and whatever. And just, yeah, bro, getting into the RP space and not the extreme RP, but learning and knowing female nature. Oh, yeah, bro. I'm not surprised at all, bro. It's too many good dudes out here, bro, in relationships. And it's married, too many. And even the dudes that's like terrible guys still get cheated on. The playboys still get cheated on. Players still get cheated on, bro. It's like, ain't nothing you can do, bro. You just gotta, like, she just really have to be raised that way to be a good woman. You know what I'm saying? If not, yeah, bro. Her chances of cheating, yeah, it's high.
Guards up and have all these ridiculous rules that I have to dismantle before having SCX with them. But the married ones, had their safety net at home, so just looking for a good time and ready to go.
Right.
And during those years, I didn't care. I was single, and if a married woman slept with me, that was on her. Yeah, well, smack, smack, smack. You're an asshole. Or at least younger you was an asshole.
He said you're an asshole.
Smack, smack, smack. You're an asshole. Or at least younger you was an asshole. And you know that. Then again, man, karma is a bitch.
Yeah.
And it will come for you. Guaranteed. Yeah, it took a little longer to get the single girls to sleep with you. Oh, boo-hoo. But the low-hanging fruit of married women. And by the way, man,
he's not wrong, though. You feel me? Yeah, he's wrong for sleeping with a married woman. Yes. But he's not wrong on it being their fault, too. Takes apart and having sex is a two-way street. They, you know what I'm saying? They make it easy. You know what I'm saying? Married women make it easy, bro. I never slept with a married woman, but from what I be hearing and what I be seeing, these married couples don't be caring, bro. These married couples outside don't be caring, bro. The men and the women, they don't be giving a damn, bro. From what I be seeing, bro. And I seen some men like in marriages. Oh, they trying to get some head. Oh, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But their relationship suck. You know what I'm saying? Or it might be the guy who got a good girl at the house, and he just, he work a job and he around females, and it's like, bro, I can't do it, bro. I can't stab somebody in the back that I say I love. I can't do that. So if it happened to me again, it's over.
Lucky that some of these husbands or boyfriends didn't find out. They could have come after you,
right?
And you would have deserved it. I was never rude or sleazy or manipulative. Come on. I'm sure you were some of those.
Right.
I simply helped them craft a story that they already wanted to tell themselves. Gave them the attention and validation that they were craving and not receiving at home, and let their desires do the rest. So be careful, fellas. Chad and Tyrone don't always look like 6'4" chiseled gods. Sometimes they can look a lot like an unassuming 40-something engineer with a kid. Well, you obviously knew what you were doing.
Right.
And also, it wasn't that hard. And you were good looking enough and shape enough and smooth enough, and it could work. Well, here he goes with story number 1, Jessica. What a perfect name. It says, I met Jessica when I was 43 years old, and she was 28. She was very fit, cute, and had long hair and big boobs. We met in a cycling group, and all the guys wanted to date her and would mob her constantly like sharks around a bleeding seal. I used the push-pull techniques on her and teased her quite a bit, and of course, she loved it, because I was doing the exact opposite of what the other guys were doing. I remember saying things like, you're cute, too bad you're not a little older with more life experience. I might consider showing you a great time. So of course, that got her all riled up, and we began dating by running around town, bar hopping, and going for long rides getting to know each other. She had a boyfriend, of course. Smack. Dude, not cool. But he was leaving for a new job, and she wasn't feeling the relationship anymore.
Right.
I can no longer remember the specifics, but she cheated on him with me. But before he left, I always knew that once a cheater was always a cheater, so I kept my eyes on her. You're saying that, but you're making excuses eventually. This is not girlfriend material. But given what you're doing, I think it was quite appropriate. You obviously get in a relationship with her, and what happens, happens.
Exactly.
Not cool, dude. Well, first, the green flags about Jessica.
Bro, once a cheater, always a cheater. That's like, and before he even started the story, because like I say, you see the signs. So this is the girl he said he kept his eyes on. Bro, she was cheating with you. Why would you wife her? Why would you do that? This shouldn't be a long story, bro. He said he got a second video. Bro, these wives. And then it be dudes like this, bro, who, like, you see the signs. I can't go for it twice, bro. I can't go twice.
She came from a great family. Solid father who was a honorable man in insurance. I don't know about honorable men in insurance business. All her brothers and sisters were in solid marriages with great spouses. Zero tolerance for bad behavior.
But her.
They loved my daughter and accepted her as her own. Jessica's parents absolutely doted on my daughter, and honestly, it would make me tear up at how wonderful her family was to us. I simply cannot say enough wonderful things about them. So this is unusual in many of the stories I hear in your stories. She came from a great family. My father loved Jessica too, but interestingly, my mother would years later tell me she didn't trust her. Why didn't your mom tell you that when she was back when you were involved with her?
Come on now. She
However,
28.
one night when my mom was drinking,
28, young and hot. I mean, she on the 30 verge. You feel me? She on the verge of 30, but she young still. She look good. She still look good. She might not be young, but she still look good. Come on now. She in shape. You going after her. You said dudes was in her face. So you would think it's dudes that's not more attractive than you? Come on, bro. She already a cheater?
to me that she is still one night when her mom, okay, Jessica's mom, was drinking, she confided in me that she still missed a college boyfriend who was an actor on Broadway and how she always wonders what if. She clearly still missed the bad boy in those bright city lights and settled for the stable insurance guy who would provide for her. That is your typical story, guys, right there. I'm telling you now that the likelihood is very high that your wife or maybe even your moms out there are or were longing for the guy that they did not settle for. So even a great mom in a wonderful family can secretly be pining for her Chad. Well, I guess she ain't that great. You can literally give a woman the world and she'll still want and what her heart wants. I never felt comfortable with our age difference, but at the time, believe it or not, I wanted to get married and have more kids.
That's crazy, bro.
But I was R-pilled enough to go slow and pay attention. Dude, if you were truly R-pilled, you wouldn't have gotten in a relationship with this chick.
Exactly.
She was cheating with you against when she had a boyfriend. What do you think she's going to do to you?
Exactly, but, okay. Bro. No.
But I was R-pilled up, blah, 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 blah. Lots of the other writers constantly eyed her and badmouthed me, so I was always wary of another guy who'd swoop in. For 2 years, we were in a committed relationship. Let's see about that.
Right.
Oh,
no.
We're the center of both writing and social communities, had many, many friends, we throw parties, and I had a very positive relationship. My daughter loved her, and they would often do girly things together like manicures and pedicures, and I was so happy. But time was marching on, I wanted to increase the size.
He sound like a youngin', don't he? he sound like a youngin', bruh. Like, he sound like he don't know what the hell he doing out here, man. He sound like, like, it's only bad because you knew she it's only bad because she was cheating, bro. I understand if you met this girl and she was single and, all this was happening, cool. And she not giving you no signs. But, bro, you was having sex with her while she had a boyfriend. Come on, bro. Just because she got big titties. Come on, bro. Hey, man, you falling with a cop, bro. Come on, man.
Family, so we started discussing marriage.
Oh, my God. Thank you.
Smack him again. Cheater. Not very R-pilled of you, let alone the marriage thing.
Right.
You've been divorced once. You want to go through it again? Up until that point, there have been 0 red flags, so we agreed to a prenup. Smack. Not about the prenup. Red flags.
Right.
She had a boyfriend when she was cheating with you. That's a big, big fucking red flag, dude. I wasn't that idiotic, and I started looking at rings. One Thursday, we selected a wedding ring, but the shopping ran long, and I had to get back to the office, so I told them I'd come by Monday to purchase it and pick it up. Friday evening, I had my daughter, so I stayed home while she went out to have dinner with a friend. This was not unusual, as we both would often meet up with our friends separately, as one should continue doing in a relationship. I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning with a pit in my stomach. I'm a scientist, but I simply don't know how my body knew something was wrong, when for years there had been nothing that got my radar to ping. She lived just down the street from me, so after confirming that my daughter was safe and asleep, I drove over to her apartment. As I pulled up, I could see that she had her what he calls sex lights on. These were actually Christmas lights that we strung in her room for mood lighting whenever we got it on. For some reason, I knocked on her window that overlooked the parking lot, and a shirtless man pulled back the curtains. Yes, I'm laughing at you, dude, because that's what you fucking get. All those women that were married, you knew they were married, or in relationships that you didn't care, this is what you get. That's called karma. You got involved with a cheater. What do you expect is going to happen? I only feel bad for your daughter because she got so close to this woman.
Bro, it's like... what you expect? What do you really expect, bro? What did you expect? You was the guy that you seen pull back the curtain. That was you with the last dude. When she was in a relationship with the last dude, that was you. Now it's happening to you again, or now, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. How you let something you did happen to you? You supposed to be smarter than that. If I was outside sleeping around with females that was in relationships, ain't no damn way I'm finna get in her, be her boyfriend when her boyfriend find out that me and her was sleeping together. Not finna be your boyfriend. No. So you can do it to me?
I was stunned. Really? I'm not. The immediate after events are not crystal clear, but I remember her calmly walking out asking, "What was I doing there?" I responded, "What is he doing there?" See? She knew she had you. You got the engagement ring, all set up to be married. There you go. When women think they have certainty, this is the type of shit that can happen. And I said can happen.
Yeah.
She responded that he was just a friend who spilled wine on his shirt, so they were washing it. Come on. Good God Almighty. My R pill kicked in. I told her we were through, and I went home. About fucking time.
Yeah.
I wish I could give more details, but I simply forgotten them because of the shock. I went home, put all her things into garbage bags, and put them out in the front yard. For some reason, I think her mom called me in the morning. I'm not sure exactly, but I told her Jessica's things were in the front yard, and she can come get them. Jessica never called me. The next day, I told my dad what happened and spoke to a few of my friends. But I was running my daughter to all her events that weekend, and I was in a daze. I really don't remember too much from that weekend until my brother called me to tell me that our mom had a stroke and was in the hospital.
Damn.
Shit. You're having a bad weekend.
Right.
So I quickly packed up my daughter, went in the car, and drove home to Greenville. Well, unbeknownst to me, in the meantime, word had gotten around what Jessica did, and for some reason, the story about her things in the yard had made the rounds too. Everyone was horrified at what I had done. Apparently, putting your girlfriend's clothes in the front yard was far worse than cheating on your fiance.
Right.
Shocker, because she controlled the narrative.
Right.
You forgot about that in your RP lessons.
Mm-hmm.
At that time, I didn't yet know about the commanding the narrative thing because I never had to do that before. I just went dark. Apparently, she went to all her friends and told them that I just threw her out. What the hell?
They'd be lying.
You tell me the RP things you learned back in the day before me that nobody talked about controlling the narrative. I mean, maybe they didn't, but yeah.
Just be capping, bro.
Oh, it gets better. As I was caring for my ill mother, Jessica tried to end her life, and her family blew up my phone blaming me.
Dramatic.
That's what they do. How many stories have I covered?
Bro, I'm cutting you off. I'm cutting her family off. I'm not talking to her family. You think I care about what the public's saying about what I got going on in my relationship just because you control the narrative? I don't give a damn. Back outside, doing my thing. You think I care? Like, that's how people need to. I don't know, bro. People be calling me. I had females call me a D-head. I'm not a D-head. I'm just not finna sit here and pretend like I care. How about something I obviously don't? Right? Me and you playing the same game. Why do I, like, come on now. Even if we wasn't. You cheated. It's over. You think I care about how your family feels? Really?
Heard in the different channels about them having a panic attack and the last ditch ever to manipulate you. Yes. Because let's be honest, guys. If somebody truly wants to end themselves, they're going to be successful in it.
Yeah, they're going to
But they'll do just enough that they don't damage themselves permanently, get admitted to the hospital, some type of hospital, and now they can prey on your emotions, and everybody can blame you. Uh-huh. Anyway, I'm in Greenville lifting my barely conscious mom onto the hopper, and her family gives zero craps. Just telling me what an awful person I was, and how could I do that to her. That's why I control the narrative. Sometime into my mom's stay, sorry, I wish I could give more details, I began responding to everyone telling them what Jessica actually did, and they either simply go quiet, women never admit when they're wrong,
exactly.
or they essentially ask me, did I do to drive her into
right. It's always a man's fault. She just couldn't have been a skank. She, it just couldn't be her just being a freaking thought. Nah, it had to be a problem in the relationship. It had to be he was just doing something that she didn't like or pushed her away, so she went outside to cheat. It can't just be her wanting to go cheat because she got wet by this guy. Like he got her thumping and turned her on, and she wanted it. It can't be that. it always got to be the man's at fault for something. He's the reason why. No, she's just a thought, man. I hope his mom okay though.
What I did to drive her into the arms of another man. I tell you, this society simply refused to hold women accountable.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
Almost everyone was going through the mental gymnastics to blame me instead of her. It was sick. Well, again, dude, this is karma. And I think it's fucking funny. This is what you get, dude. I only feel bad for your daughter because they've grown really close. And, but then again, maybe I don't feel bad for your daughter because obviously Jessica's a big fucking cheater and a snake. So, no, I don't feel bad for your daughter. It's good that, because your daughter could have taken after her. So I take that back. After speaking of sick, the next year was toxic as hell. After my mom improved, we returned to Riley, and Jessica was recovering from her attempt at her parents' house. I can't remember exactly, but I think her dad and brother called me and simply asked that I come by and see her, and that would really be helpful. No. After the way they treated you, I wouldn't do that.
No.
I thought that was a reasonable request for all the wonderful things they had done for us, and because I did care for her, I went by. Smack.
You see his face.
Well, I went by. Smack. Idiot. Well, she looked awful.
Hell
she was swollen, and drainage tubes were sticking out of her.
Damn.
The fuck?
What the hell?
She cried and apologized and essentially said that, look at what I've done to myself. I'm so sorry and broken, and I don't know what to do. I have to admit, after caring for my mom, my heart had softened, and I was thinking that we're all flawed human beings, and compassion is in short supply in this world. Don't you do it. Don't you do it, dude.
Don't you do it.
Again, I apologize for the lack of details, but it was so long ago, and there was just so much emotional trauma that I really only remember feelings and images, which I'm not sure are even the right order. But here's the summary of the following year or so. We did end up going to therapy and slowly reconciling.
No, bro. Yeah.
Smack. You damn fool. How do you think this is going to go?
Right.
But okay.
Bro, females are dramatic as hell. Look at what I did to myself. You cheated. What are you talking about? You did this for what? You did this to yourself for no reason. What you think was gonna happen? This is crazy, bro. The second story is for the be insane, bro. I gotta see what it
Your
goes.
karma. It was good for all of us. Obviously, I didn't want this affecting my daughter, so even after I got her into therapy, Jessica cut it off with the guy. She eventually told me they met on a girls' night out, of course, and we began to heal. Your fiance, who was cheating on you, met the guy she cheated with on a girls' night out. And earlier in life, before you got together with her, you would regularly cheat on married women, on their girls' nights out.
Yeah.
Holy fucking karma.
See how it's
I told you guys, if you're sticking around to hear this story, it's funny.
It is. This is hilarious.
Well, Jessica began talking marriage again, and how her attempt made her love life so much more, and she wanted to share it with me and our children. She really did seem genuine. No more girls' nights out. She came clean to our community and to her family, and she defended me to everyone to the point to where she lost friends. All good signs, or so I thought.
Damn. Bro, all that still to be a liar and a cheater? It's like, what can you believe? What can you believe, bro?
Oh God, I can't believe you fell for this.
No, bro. What can you believe?
So essentially, I agreed and said I wanted to take my daughter on one last father-daughter trip, and we get engaged upon my return.
Oh, my gosh.
What's going on while he goes away?
Exactly.
I didn't hear from Jessica much on the trip, but didn't think too much about it.
Oh my
I just thought she was giving us space, and I appreciated
Oh my gosh, no.
When I saw Jessica again, she was distant and just didn't look right. She sat me down and told me, wait for it, drum roll, she was pregnant. I guess while you were doing the last trip with father and daughter,
She was.
before you got married, she was doing her last roll in the hay.
Yeah.
And got pregnant. Karma, motherfucker. She's a snake. Did you tell her family about that?
Right.
We always use protection, so somebody said, it's his, isn't it? And she looked down and started to act all pitiful like women do because accountability makes them shrivel.
Yeah.
And of course she cried. Well, of course she cried. In that moment, I shook my head and simply left. It had been an emotional roller coaster for a year and I was done. But this time, no drama. The relationship simply turned off like a switch. I returned all her things and blocked her on everything, and that was it. Did you return her things in garbage bags? Please tell me you did. It took some time to heal. I focused on myself and my daughter and went out with the boys.
Put them right back in the garbage
Is this
bag.
when you're going to tell us you went back to hooking up and banging married chicks?
Right.
Over the next 5 years or so, I had lots of girlfriends and one-night stands, but really women were far down on my list of priorities.
Yeah.
Dude, so help me God, if you were hooking up with married women again, my life was just being a dad, school events, going to Muay Thai training, work, home renovations, and going out with my bros.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Incidentally,
Muay Thai,
about 6 or 7 years later, I saw her out walking with her husband, I guess it was him, and 2 kids. Maybe it's the same guy, I don't know. I was walking with a 25-year-old girlfriend I had at the time, and Jessica literally did a double take. But I didn't really feel anything except a genuine hope that she's doing well and she's happy. In other words, you were indifferent.
Right.
So, healing is possible, gents, but Jesus, I'm glad I dodged a big one. You did, but we're not done yet. And that guy, the odds are that guy that she's with, say he's her husband, the odds are that those kids, at least one of them, isn't his kid, and she's no doubt cheating on him too. I'm sure she didn't find Jesus or something like that.
Right.
Good God Almighty, man. Well, bros, we're not done yet. Our guy here is about to get into part 2 of his story, which I'll do in a couple hours, and you'll see more funny crap that happens to him because guess what? He doesn't learn his lesson.
Oh,
and you're
my
going to get as much
gosh.
of a laugh from this one as I did in the second part. But again, to show you how these chats operate. But I will say this, guys, for you guys that like some payback will come to him, but also on one of these gals he's with, what he does to her is pretty darn funny. So do come back. I know some of you might say, I don't like this guy, but listen to this story. It's important, and trust me, you'll get a laugh. So I'll see you then.
Bro, yeah, it's bro, being in the streets is kind of pointless because it's never gonna end well, bro. It's never gonna end well. It's just like a never-ending loop. Somebody finna cheat, you gonna cheat, she gonna cheat, or you might like her, or you might, end up liking a girl, or you go through that, you happen to you 2 times. So say if you're the guy that don't allow it to happen the third time is not the charm for you, then you're just gonna be sleeping around with a bunch of females. You ain't gonna trust nobody. It's like the women that they be going for, boy. Like, I don't know. Cause for me, I'm not choosing a girl that's in the streets, cheating, got a boyfriend cheating with me, doing this, doing that. Obviously, not no wifey stuff. And I'm not saying that the female that you meet in the library can't cheat on you. I'm not saying that the female that you can meet in church can't lie on you. Can't cheat on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of people who believe in Jesus who don't really follow, It's a lot of people who look wholesome that's not really wholesome. So, but you got to see the signs, bro. Y'all boys got to get into the red pill. I'm red pill, but I'm not an extremist, right? I'm real. I see the truth. I speak the truth. And I want the truth. So, what that come with, I'm with. So, man. But I'm going to see y'all in the next one, bro. Y'all boys like, comment, subscribe, bro. Please like the video. Please subscribe. Comment down below what I could do better, what you want to see, what you doing, what you don't like, man. Get back into the grill, you feel me? But I'll see y'all in the next one, man. Peace out, man. Y'all boys keep God first, man. Be safe, man. I'm out. Peace.